So on the way to our next order, which is at the mall, and I've been doing DoorDash for like 4 weeks now, about a month, and I figured it'd be good for me to reflect and to share with others stuff that I thought was helpful and stuff that I think is trash that you should probably stay away from. First of all, stay away from Popeyes. Popeyes is horrible. You can look at the Dasher threads and see, like, nobody likes to go to Popeyes. Their food's never ready. And something's usually wrong with it. So it's like either it's not ready or something's wrong with it. So that is the thing I would say to stay away from Popeyes. Second is make sure you have a snack. So I can't show you right now, obviously, because I'm driving. But I have snacks, and you also want to keep healthy snacks. So the beginning of all this, about a month ago when I started DoorDashing, I used to eat junk. I used to get up in the morning, have a delicious sweet caramel coffee, a delicious jelly donut, and I'm sorry, two jelly donuts, and go out on a 4-hour shift and, you know, drive around and eat chips and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't be doing that. It's going to make you gain weight. So I switched out the snacks for some seeds, nuts, seeds, fruit. Make sure you're bringing water. I was having a problem with not drinking any water at all. Even right now, look, coffee, that's my life. But I got a water. I'm going to try to drink more. So that's another thing, too. When you're sitting in a car all day, you got to make sure you're not picking up no crazy habits, eating a bunch of junk and shit, drinking a bunch of shit. Because you'll be in here just straight buzzing off on coffee and, like, fucking wigging out like a crackhead, going up to people's houses and shit. What other tip do I have? Make sure you read the details, the customer's instructions, before you even arrive at the house, before you even get there. When you hit the street, you need to pulling up the additional instructions. There's even an option in the app that makes the instructions talk out loud. So I'm using a GPS. I have a Tesla Model 3. So I'm going to actually go into that too, which is also another good side tip. If you're going to DoorDash, make sure you have an efficient vehicle, and make sure the cost works out. But that's like almost a whole nother conversation as far as like cost breakdown and business investment and tax exemptions and that kind of shit. So that's like way down the road. But I will say, make sure you don't pick up no crazy habits. Make sure you stay away from Popeyes. Make sure you read the additional instructions, because a lot of the time, like straight up, I had an order. It was lunchtime. It was an order. I was out by the mall. Somebody ordered like some tacos or something. So I'm like, okay, good, whatever, fine. I'll go down, get them. The food is ready, good to go. Message the customer on the app. And I'm like, hey, FYI, I just picked up your food. I'm on my way to your house. My ETA is, 9 minutes or whatever. So always stay in contact with the customer. That way they can just snatch their food as soon as you get there. So, for instance, it was raining the other day. I made sure I messaged everybody when I was a minute away and told them that I was here so they could be there and snatch it and take it in the house. So food's not just chilling in the rain and shit. So I'm checking my navigation. Hold on. Going in circles around this bitch. Let's see what else. Yeah, additional instructions. So look, I went to pick up this order. Tacos, middle of the day, fine. I get there and I read the instructions after I pulled up to the address. So the address was office building. I go to the office building, assuming that we're going to leave it in the lobby. So I was just going to go there and then read the directions when I actually got there. So once I get there, I messaged the guy and I'm like, I'm here. And he's like, oh, I ain't there. I'm on a job site around the corner. But we're building a facility, so we don't got an address yet. So you got to come down to the first street and go around these traffic cones and like do all this wild shit to get to the delivery site. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? So he wasn't even at the location. The address was on there. He was just literally free rolling on a construction site somewhere. So I call this guy. He don't answer. I message him on the app. He don't answer. I text his phone. He don't answer. Finally messages me back on the app. And he's like, what's the order is 10 minutes late? I said, I've been trying to locate you and get hold of you. This is the wrong address. And he talked to me through directions on the phone. And legit, no lie, shorty. I delivered this shit on the side of the fucking road. Literally, like a highway. Literally, like a highway. That was a car passing me. Is an alert from Tesla Model 3 when cars come up too close to you, or they're identified by going too fast or too slow. They're identified as a suspicious vehicle and your car goes off, so you can be alert to them. Anyway, on the side of the road. So I got a good tip. I got a cash tip of $10, and the order itself I think was like $9. So it turned out to be a $19 order. And now I have experience to take with me as far as making sure reading the shit before I ever even get there. Allow myself like a minute or two to go through and read the details. Because if I would have known that off jump, I would have just called the guy, wouldn't even went to the office building. So that's my fault, but you live and learn. It worked out. Cool. So let's think about what else. Zones. DoorDash, on the app DoorDash, you have different zones based on your region. So if you live on the East Coast, they'll give you a selection of areas that you can DoorDash. Now you can DoorDash, just log in, click Dash Now, and just wait for orders to come in. Or you can log in and at peak hours, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 2 hours within, like around like 8, 12:30, 5, some shit. Hold on. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, if you log in during that time, it'd be so busy you can free dash, you can free roll, but you can also get bonuses. So for instance, if you log in and there's a free dash, it's real busy. You can dash anywhere basically. You want to go to the areas that have a little green plus over top of them because they are running a promotion in that area. So say for instance, it's peak time, 12 o'clock, 12:30 down in the city. The city's both good and bad because it's a lot of work right there, a lot of orders, but you're also put in a lot of crazy ass situations with where to park and getting your car towed and all that nonsense. Which brings me to another point. A good point for this is make sure you're parking somewhere legit because, hold on, this is my exit. Make sure you're parking somewhere legit because a lot of the time, if it's offices and stuff, they're watching you where you pull in at. And they will yell at you if you pull up in the wrong spot. Example, if it says like employees of the month or something, and we pull up and double park there. I got bitched about that before. Well, not bitched that, but like definitely made aware, like, hey, you can't be up in our VIP spots and shit like that, which, whatever. But the point is to get to the pickup quick, get the pickup accurate, get it to the customer quick, close out the order, get on to the next one. That's how you accumulate hourly wage. That's how you accumulate actual real money, not just cherry picking. But when you say, for instance, I'm in the city during peak time. And they're running a bonus for every order you get. You get an additional $2. So they'll be running the dash. They would offer you a dash for, basically what, $8 or whatever. And then you'll get the $2 on top of it. So it's really a $10 order. So that's what's good about logging in during peak time and making sure you take advantage of the promotions. But be aware of where the promotions are. Promotions can be in the city. Promotions can be in the fucking hood. They can be in the ghetto. They can be somewhere wild. So you got to make sure that you know your region that you're working. You can't just hop on and just start doing dash and then be down in the middle of the hood somewhere and then double park your car and have somebody hop in that shit and roll out. That's a problem with DoorDashers. When people see, oh, you're DoorDashing, they'll snatch that shit out of your hand because they basically know that they don't have to pay for it. It's not that big of a deal or whatever. So the tip is be familiar with the region that you're going to work. I grew up in a neighborhood that was kind of rough, but I visit there frequently and I'm like familiar with the vibes and the people and stuff. So I don't mind going there. But if I didn't know that specific, I wouldn't be able to look on the map and be like, damn, that's the hood. Or damn, I don't want to go there. I got an order one time. I was set up in a good area. I went out to the area where people have money. All right, not in the ghetto. If you're going down bungalow Section 8 houses, you're not going to get a freaking $10 tip, cash tip. Most likely not. But you'll probably get more orders because they're all compact in that area right there, but most likely not. Finally got to the location that I've been trying to get to. It was like a 13-minute drive. So yeah, know the region that you're working in. Second, identify hot spots on your own. So just because it's not on the map as a hot spot, because it takes a lot of orders to have a hot spot come up. I mean, like hundreds and hundreds of hundreds, in order for it to be like presented for delivery. All right, hold on. Setting up. Just pulled into Chipotle. Chipotle's pretty good. They're usually always ready. Chick-fil-A is usually always ready. Burger King's shit. Popeyes is shit. Taco Bell is shit. Hold on. So yeah, know your region. Spot trends. If there is college nearby, if there are a lot of business complexes nearby, then you're going to want to pay attention. If there's a lot of college students, a lot of them don't have cars. A lot of them, they're all living in an compact area. So college students and business districts are a really good area to focus. But again, with the business districts, you got to make sure you're reading the instructions, because if you're doing lunch deliveries in the middle of the day, they'll have your ass on the side of the road and shit, and you won't know what the hell's going on. Not to mention the order was in the name of Janae. So I'm looking for a girl, and then it's just some random guy. It's like the whole shit was fucking wild as hell. So, okay, so know your area. I told you the places to stay away from. In order to make a good profit, I wouldn't accept any order that's less than $1 a mile. I like to stay $1.50, $2 a mile. But if it's like you're going 4 miles and you're getting paid $3.50, that's trash. That's like fucking waste of time, because you're missing out on another job that could be more money. So you're wasting fuel, you're wasting time, you're wasting energy. The tips are likely going to be larger on a bigger order. So You want to focus and make sure you're grabbing the right shit. Have a plan. Don't just start free rolling, which you can. I've had good luck free rolling. But here's another tip. Sometimes when it's real busy, you can't log in and click dash now because it's so busy. The areas are already spoken for. Like they already have enough DoorDashers in that area. So say it's 5 o'clock and they're running a promo down in the city. And you're like, oh, I'm about to log on and go run down in the city. But the problem is when you log on and look at the app, you can't click the option to dash now. So in that instance, I would go look. There's a part of the app down in the bottom left-hand corner on the main screen. And it says dash now, earnings, profile. On the left-hand corner, it says, damn, I can't even think. Hold on. Schedule or schedule me. On the left-hand corner at the bottom, it says schedule, and it brings you up a list of all the areas that need more dashers, if that makes sense. So you can put yourself on a schedule, and you can schedule up to 5 days, 4 days in advance. So I find the areas that are good, where the people are going to tip good. I'm going to get big lunch orders. It's not in the hood. The food places aren't going to be super far apart. Make sure the vehicle is efficient. Stay away from certain places. Stay away from certain restaurants. Never go in people's houses. If you mess up an order, acknowledge it quickly and fix it. The worst thing you can do is get an order, okay, not check it, fuck it all up, and straight go drop it off. So imagine this. Say somebody orders something from McDonald's and it comes over, it's in your area. Say it's 2 o'clock. Hold on. All right. So say it's like 2 o'clock. And you want to go do some orders. So you go to where the hotspot is on the app and you chill and you wait for orders to start coming over. It'll make a noise on the app to alert you to go look at it. Say a $9 order comes over for a lunch, which will be going to a nearby business district. That's only 2 miles away. Okay, so say for instance, you're chilling, you get a McDonald's order for $9. It's mad close. So you're like, oh, holiday, super great deal. Accept it right away. All right, know the area that you're in. Don't just post up in some wild ass area and start accepting the first shit. So be prepared when you accept the order of where you're going. So imagine I go into the store. Don't read the instructions, because remember, I said you got to make sure you're reading the instructions before you even arrive. All right? So we're pulling up to the location, reading the instructions, going inside, saying you got a DoorDash order for whoever's name. They have a separate line for people that come in and get DoorDashes, separate line for regular people online orders, and separate for people that walk in off the street or whatever. So you're always going to have to go in and wait in another line. But the problem is with McDonald's, because it's always so busy, is they overlook you really quick. So you see I'm wearing a red shirt and I have my red bag. I also have a red hoodie too. So as soon as I walk in, I mean, it's kind of corny, but they see the red bag, they see the red shirt, and it's just like subconscious attention goes to you, and you just have a better chance of being given help quicker than if I would have just walked in, blend in, and just chilled. I feel that's what happened with me, and that's the route that I go. So you get an order, you're super close, you just pick up the bag, don't look in the bag, okay? Take it to the location. Don't read the drop-off instructions before you get the location. So you show up at this person's house, and you got a bag full of shit that you didn't even double check, okay? Even though we're supposed to take pictures of the receipt before we leave. Got a bag of shit you didn't check. So you take it up to the person's house, drop it on our doorstep. Great, happy day, go about your business. The customer calls DoorDash and complains. Oh, they're missing a soda. Oh, they're missing sauces. Oh, they're missing a whole ass entree. And guess what? DoorDash is going to get a hold of you, and they're going to take that shit out of your funds. And if you have too many problems, they will deactivate your account. So I think you have like 4 chances to fuck up. And if they go and look at your 4 chances and they say like it's an ongoing problem, then they'll deactivate your account. The thing with your account is when you're setting it up, you use your birthday and they do a background check on you. So it's really not even like you can create another burner account just in case, because it still goes by your information. Unless you do an account under somebody else's name. But even so, they make you scan your face. So when you log up, sign up for DoorDash, and you're creating your account, putting all your stuff in, when they do the security check, you have to put your face in the camera, and they'll do a scan. And literally, they'll like save your face and shit. And so some buildings, like if it's lunchtime and I have a big order for like Chinese food and I have to go into a business office, and the business office, say for example, is a state building, like welfare or something. I'm in Maryland. We have like welfare, social service buildings and stuff. You can't just roll up in there and go deliver stuff. You can't just go up there and, hold on. You can't just go up there and just start doing whatever. What other tips do I have? Do not. They can put you in for, there's an option where you can deliver alcohol. Do not deliver alcohol. That shit is crazy. All right. So I knew someone one time signed up to deliver alcohol. All right. You go to a liquor store, get their order. It was like 2 cases of beers or some shit. You go to the location. You have to deliver it to the person's name was on the order. Number 1, it can't be fucking Janae ordering lunch for Tyrone. No, it's got to be like the actual person. So it can't be, oh, somebody's going to log in for lunch and order DoorDash on their husband's account because their card's connected. So it's going to be different. And you go into a facility and they're going to have to identify you by your face. So you got to make sure that you're on your shit. You can't just be rolling around looking crazy as hell, in like sweatpants and, just looking like a homeless person, because you're going to have to go into facilities, professional facilities. So, hold on, that's another order I'm missing fucking with y'all. Drinks are tricky. Make sure when you're transporting, I have this. This is a hard shell catering bag, so it also has some stuff in it right now. But this is the catering bag. It's cool. It's cool. Temperature regulated, and it zips. And the good thing about it is that it has all these pockets right here. So it's like, I have to put a link. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets in the front. So it holds drinks really nicely when I have it hooked up to my car. So yeah, I doubt you're going to be driving like that. But you see it don't spill. So definitely get something that's going to help you with your drinks, because you definitely don't want to be spilling shit. Because if you get a smoothie, it's not like something that they have at their house. It's not like a soda or, you know, whatever is special shit that costs real money that you can't just top it off in your car. Also, a point that I have is to keep filtered spring bottled water in your car. The point being is I've run into instances where I have made mistakes and spilt some of people's stuff, and I could have easily just straight up put a little fresh water in it, shook it up, and they would have been none the wiser. And there would have been nothing wrong with it. Great drink, happy customer, happy life. Everybody gets what they want. So I would say keep some fresh water bottles to just top off little accidents. And I'm not talking about that bitch spills halfway, it looks like this, and you're putting water in it and shit trying to deliver it to the customer. That's fucking outrageous. But I'm talking if it's literally like a spill, a splash, put a splash in, you're good to go. It's going to do its thing. They ain't even going to taste it if it's just a little bit. It's fine. When you complete an order, you have to be at the location. So if I'm going into a building to deliver a lunch order and drop everything off and then get in my car and then drive 2 blocks over and try to complete the order in the app, it won't let you because you have to be within like 3 meters or something like that within the location. So what happened to me is I went to a girl's house. I was walking up to the house. When I got there, I held a bag up in front of the door, the house number, took a picture, good to go, put it down, knocked on the door like she asked, because I read the special instructions before I pulled up to the location. So, I don't even know what I was saying. I don't even know. Oh. So I drop her shit off and then I leave and then I go like 2 streets over because I'm just trying to finish my paperwork. Not in front of this lady's house because that's just weird. I like to drop and bounce. So my picture was good. I had it like this, all set, sent it to DoorDash, good to go. And I try to click complete, and it says you can't complete your order because you're not within range. So I had to go all the way back to this damn lady's house, sit out front of her house like a fool, and click complete the order. Or they wouldn't close out my dash. Like I would still be considered on the dash, but late. So pay attention to that. I don't know. I could go on forever. Probably going to do a couple more because it's just easy while I'm chilling, waiting for orders to just spit some shit. So I hope what I said is helpful. I am going to have some lunch of my own. Make sure if you do get something to eat, you pick your own food up when you're not having someone else's food in the car. Last thing you want is to eat somebody's shit by accident. So, again, that's when the bag comes in handy. I completely separate everything. And I also have colored tabs. So, these are blue. So, I have, I think, 2 or 3 DoorDash bags. And a lot of the times they'll double up on the orders. So, if you go to Chipotle and you're picking up an order, and then you're waiting for it, and then another customer orders something, it'll come up and say, do you want to add this additional order? And you can click yes to add that customer's order to the DoorDash that you're already doing. Okay, so it'll say, so say you're chilling, waiting for a $6 order, you'll get a notification that says, would you like to add to this order $6? So it turns into a $12 order, but you have 2 stops now, and you got to see how far apart the stops are from each other, and you got to see if it's in the hood. One area might be good, the other area might be shit. If that's the case, deny the second order and go about your day. So make sure you have your phone on, make sure you have your app up. You won't get orders if you're on the internet. You won't get orders if you're using your phone watching YouTube. You won't if you're on the phone. None of that. It doesn't come through. I don't know why, but you need to log in, put your phone down, and just stay put and chill. So I hope everything I said was helpful. I'm going to log back in later on if I don't have nothing going on. I had a couple orders come through this morning that I denied. They were just trash. They were literally like 5 miles for like $3.50. Like, what the hell? Anyway, I could go on and ramble forever, but I'm out of here. I hope everything that I said was helpful. If you like what I said, drop a comment. If you hate what I said, drop a comment.